Hi guys, long time no see. Long time no see. Last week I did not make a video. This week I said, even though I don't feel like getting into YouTube, I didn't feel like making a video. Why should I lie to you guys? I just didn't feel like getting into YouTube today. I don't know what is happening to me, guys. I just can't be bothered nowadays. But the show must go on. The show must go on. So I want to check on with you guys so that we can do gossip. We can gossip a little bit here because my videos are becoming nowadays gossip channel. We talk. We talk. You might ask yourself, guys, if you hear background noise, just know that outside here it's really raining cats and dogs. So I'm applying this thingy, this over here, vitamin C, 99% vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C. I just took a shower and then I thought to just come on here to talk to you guys, my people. Nice to see you, Mercy M. Let's catch up on the gossips that has been going on here on the social media. First and foremost, we are catching up. We are catching up on the trending news. Some of them are world trending news. Some of them are Kenyan trending news. Some of them are YouTube trending news. We are just catching up. This is La Roche-Posay. It's a cream. It's called Eclat Duo. I don't know if it works or not. I just use it. You know, my face usually goes on stages. Sometimes it's sparkless, spotless. Sometimes it's a lot of spots. I don't know. Just depends on how my hormones decide to not act up or to favor me. This week, it has been it's been very heavy. A lot of things have been happening in our Kenya, that has really been breaking my heart, and my heart has really been heavy. I'm trying as much as possible to get away from politics, because you know politics is a dirty game, and I don't want to be a politics analyst. I just don't want to get into politics. The Kenyan politics is a very dangerous, you know. So I'd rather stay away from it. But nevertheless, there are just things that has been happening here in Kenya. First and foremost, our general, the overall army chief passed away and was actually buried today. So he was. It's been breaking news after breaking news. So actually, that guy comes from my village. I come from Nia, and he comes from my village. I don't even know him personally because I don't even know where exactly, but because it's written that he's coming from Nia, and my village was also Nia, so he's just perhaps a neighbor. But because I'm not very familiar with the neighbors, but he comes from around my place. So that happened. It was such a breaking news because they actually had an helicopter crash that he was sent. I don't know. He was sent to go inspect some schools in some bandit infested area. You know, the bandits, where there are these people who just go and sort of murder people, like they are like this Al-Shabaab. In Kenya, they call them bandits. So it is a place that bandits usually dominate. And it's an area where it just seems like every time a plane crash or something to do with these dignitaries or officials. It just seems to be happening around this place. So there is a lot of speculations, a lot of things. But the reason why Kenyans are speculating, or the reason why a lot of things are raising eyebrows, is because there has been a lot of such occurrences that has happened in the Kenyan officials, the government, but it has never been like, it just seems never to, like, sort of, it's very crazy. It's so you feel so sad and so helpless at the same time, because you feel like people have a lot of questions that never seems to be answered. Never investigations, never anything, like people, these dignitaries just end up getting unalived just like that, and like chicken, for one reason or the other. They just get unalived. The story just goes 1, 2, 3. Investigations will happen in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, never investigation, and it just dies up like that. Since I was born, it has always been the game. That is why politics is such a dirty, dirty, dirty game. Like, whoever intends to go into politics scene, actually, one way to die early is to venture into politics in Africa. If you want to die early, just dare enter into politics. So that's something that has been very unfortunate, because a lot of people have a lot of questions that they don't seem to understand. Why a whole entire general is being sent to go inspect mayor classrooms in a very dangerous area? Why a lot of questions are getting unanswered. So he actually died alongside 8 members of the military. So, and something interesting that I've been following very keenly is the fact that this guy was a very staunch Christian. He was really like somebody who was very according to his son, he prepared his sons and his children for his dismiss. So he technically knew the kind of field that he was in, and he knew the eventuality. So he was, hey, let me wipe my face. It's very very shining. Let me reduce this light a little bit. Yeah, perhaps like that. So he prepared his children for the eventualities based on the nature of his job. He's got 3 kids. I think 2, if I'm not wrong, a boy and a girl. So, and the son was just talking visualizing his dad. And the way he was talking, it seemed like the dad really prepared them. And also, he had been very active member of the Anglican Church. To an extent, he had actually donated and built a whole entire church, a very big church in his village. And his dad was turning 100. So he was, he had had prepared a very big party that was actually supposed to happen today. It's very interesting, man. Today, the day of his burial, he had prepared a party to actually dedicate the church, because the church he had built, now they were officially dedicating and opening the church. And along on that day also, he was supposed to they were supposed to give me a minute. They were supposed to have a celebration for his dad's birthday. His dad was having a birthday. He was turning 100 years old. He's somebody who's been in the military for the last 40 years, seemed like a very dedicated man who was leading his life with integrity and he was a great example to the young boys in the community. So I'll just show you guys a picture of the general. That's him, our Honorable General Ogola. So today he's just been raised. He was 61 years old. He was born in 1962. Is it? If I'm not wrong. So he was 61 years old. So today was supposed to mark the day of, he was, my heart has been so heavy. Guys, the entire year, I just feel like my heart has been, I feel like my heart is very fragile for this world, honestly. This is just how I feel. Such things usually make me so unbearably sad. I've just been sitting and following the news, and everything just makes me so sad. But it is what it is. So today they were commemorating this their dad's 100th birthday, and I think his mom passed away in 2018. So he's got a dad who really dearly loved him. So unfortunately, and also something that you have to note is the fact that he had prepared himself so much to an extent. He even wrote a will on how he wanted to be buried. He said he wanted to be buried within 72 hours after his death. He also marked an area where he wants to be buried. And he also said that he doesn't want to be buried with any coffins. He doesn't want people to eat. He doesn't want any expenses for his burial. He just wants everything to go smoothly. He doesn't want his family to be burdened in any way, manner, or form. As a matter of fact, the coffin that he was lying in was barely $50 or $60 coffin. I mean, something temporarily that he actually asked to be buried in covered by sheets and just be laid like that. So he was a very simple man, as you can see. So anyway, we just may his soul rest in peace. It's very sad to say RIP, or to it's usually, I don't like to say people to rest in peace or whatnot, but this is the eventualities of life. To live is to die, whether we like it or not. To live is to die. But it's really funny that even on this party that he was supposed, it's weird, because he's been best friends with his sister, and they were always communicating. And on that fateful day, he had no plans to go anywhere. So it seems like he was just pulled out to do whatever he was supposed to do. So he had no plans. He had actually planned to go to his village to prepare for all this grand thingy that was supposed to happen. So I'm assuming that he was supposed to be off during the weekend. I'm assuming, because the sister was saying that he had called him that they were supposed to meet in Kisumu for some preparation for all these parties and stuff that was supposed to go on. And he even asked his sister the particular song that he wanted to be dedicated for this party. And you can't imagine that this particular song was the song that was being sung in his burial. And this song, this song is a very weird song, because everybody that sings this song usually ends up passing away in one way or the other. It's a song that usually just goes like, it says, who is going to prevent me from going to heaven? Who will prevent me from entering heaven? Who will block me from entering heaven? And not even not even the mightiest fights, or like yani when you have attacks, some weapons thrown at you, or not even the sins of this world can prevent me from entering heaven. You know, such a song is almost like it's a song that somebody sings like it's a song that just it's you somebody's he loved this song so much, and he had dedicated himself this song. But anyway, it's just a sad event, but anyway, it is what it is. So we are going to talk about the topic of this video, guys, even though my heart is very heavy. But let me just continue with the thingy. It's gone ahead of us. It is well. At the end of the day, we just pray that God may comfort his family fully when we are mourning with them, obviously. So it is a good thing that when you mourn with those who mourn, and when you are happy, be happy with those who are happy. So I'm terribly mourning with them, but it is well. It shall end. Like it will get better with time. So also something that has been also the fact that I've not been filming is because I've not been in good mood, or I didn't find time. Even last Sunday I was so exhausted, so I just chilled around and I didn't feel like I wanted to film. So that is the reason why I didn't film, but now I'm here. So we are going to talk about, let's start. Who are we talking about? Let me see. What is the topic of my video even? It's not uploaded. Guys, what I want to say is, let's talk about, first, something else I want to talk about. Have you seen the events of the world right now? What is going on in the world? Have you guys seen the floods in Dubai that was orchestrated and was made up? And have you seen how things have been happening in the world lately? Like you've seen there is rumors of war, and war actually happening in the world lately. You've seen the Israelites and Ukraine, is it Ukraine, Russia, everything that is happening in the world. I feel like since 2020, things have just not been the same in this world. No wonder our hearts are so heavy. There is a lot of things that are happening. But I feel like whenever your heart is heavy, or whenever you feel like things are not happening right, I feel like you should do your part as a human, and just make it better. Even if you can just touch one person's heart, you do it, and forget about the rest. Do your part, and just, for example, me personally, I've grown up in a very dysfunctional home. And I remember when we were growing up, I didn't ever see my dad and mom sit down to talk. I didn't ever actually even witness my parents sitting together. It was either my parents just like sort of abandoned us, and we were just given to live with people here and there. So we didn't have an upbringing like where a set of family setup. I just didn't have that growing up. So I remember I used to always cry because I missed my mom terribly every time she was never there. So I felt for my nanny, because I've always felt like she wasn't happy, and I wanted to find out exactly what was going on with her, because I believe that when you're living with people, you need to find out what is going on with them. So I realized that she is a single mother who has 4 children, and 3 of her children are with their father. So their father, they are boys, but the father left her with the youngest one. And the youngest one have been back in Uganda, because my nanny is Ugandan. The youngest one has been back in Uganda. She left her when she was 2 years old. But I just felt like I felt sorry for that girl, and I felt in my heart that the way I was growing up, I didn't like the fact that my mama was never there to be seen, and I was left alone with people. I was always sickling, and I was always like, I remember my childhood was not happy at all. And I remember even until now, when I remember my childhood, it makes me really sad, And as a child, you need some, when you're growing up, that is the time that it's a milestone that needs some nurturing, and you need to have your parents, and you need love, you need taken care of. But I didn't have that, so I felt sorry for my nanny's daughter. The fact that she's really sickling, the fact like where my nanny left her, she's not okay. Because my nanny, I pay her, but all her money she usually just sends it to go over medical bills because the child is not taken care of. So I decided to ask my nanny to bring her baby here with us. That is exactly what I did. So initially I asked my husband, and he didn't think it was a good idea. But I said, listen, I usually feel like my husband is not a very compassionate person. This is just me. This is I've read him, and I feel like he doesn't have a heart of compassion, which I do. We are totally different people. Me, I'm usually very compassionate. Sometimes you find that people can easily take advantage of me because I usually have a very soft heart and a very caring person. So he said no. Then I told him yes, because I remember my childhood. I remember how I went. So I told him, I explained to him the reason why I'm going to bring that kid over here. I explained to him totally. He thought it was not going to be a good idea. He thought that the nanny might put all the attention to her child and neglect my nephew, because she's here to take care of my nephew, Killian. So he was like, no, no, no. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. Let's just try. If it works, it works. Let's just help this kid because it's very, very desperate and delicate, and we cannot leave this kid to die because she's very sickly. And the nanny does not want to go back home with no job. She wants to live with us, but then again, she needs her child to take care of her child. So I asked him and I convinced him. He was not really 100% in, but I told the nanny to bring the child anyway because I tried to explain to him, but it seems like he didn't like it. But anyway, the child came today. It came with my nanny's sister all the way from Uganda. So now they are in at home. And she's actually 3 years old. So I want to take her to the hospital tomorrow, do some checkup, la la la, take care of them. And I think just do whatever you can. I know the world is rotten. People's hearts are so, and people have taken advantage of our kindness, and people are not so nice. But at the end of the day, do your part as a human being that God has you have a heart as a human being. Just do your part and leave the rest to God. That is what I thought was noble and good for me to do. So right now we have a toddler here at home. She's a very quiet, not problematic child, and the mother is taking care of her. I only chip in where I can, but the mother gets her salary and can take care of her daughter. So something else I want to talk about. Let's talk about let's have a gossip about I Am Marwa, guys. Let's have some gossip. I Am Marwa and Roshio. Guys, I don't think I Am Marwa is a married material, a husband material. I just don't think so. First of all, I don't like stingy men. I do not, you know. I don't like stingy men whatsoever. And one thing I have to tell to you guys, that if you ever have any signs that a guy is stingy, run, run away from this person. I feel like AM Marwa is a very stingy person, and he's not capable of taking care, leave alone even an African woman. But these white women that he keeps bringing into his circle to try and whatnot, I don't know what he's trying to do, but he is not capable of taking care of a woman. A woman needs being taken care of. She needs to look good. She needs to smell good. Even if, like, for example, even if a woman has her own money, a man needs to pamper a woman. That is just what I think. And I don't think AM Marwa is capable of pampering a woman. He's not even capable of taking a woman to date nights. I feel like, no. I just feel like he's never gonna ever marry. Let's just ask that he's not gonna get married because of this mentality that he has regarding women, and his money, and women's money, our money. I don't think it's ever gonna work. So I feel like Roshio is sort of right now stuck with AM Marwa. Thank you so much, Sandem Amoni. I feel like Roshio is stuck with AM Marwa unless she takes her monetization money and go back to Argentina. Because I watched Roshio when they were going to Nairobi. I think that was the only break that she has gotten. This guy lied to her that they are going to be going for holidays. And even on holiday that they went to Masai Mara, it was only funded by Jamaican uncle. So it seems like AM Marwa, if if nobody is pulling the string, he does not take a lead as a man. He's only relying on donations. Like, for example, even if he wants to go for a vacation or take someone in a vacation, he's looking for hotels to give him some form of free stays in form of, I'm advertising you, let's do business. Give me, I mean, come on. These people are doing YouTube, and you can only, I mean, you can take care. This woman, I have not seen any day that this man has bought this woman anything tangible. This woman wears only one clothing and looks very rusty, and just this village life that is very sort of boring and nothing happening, you know. So I just feel like I've seen a lot of you people are advising this guy to marry an African woman. But who told you that African woman can take? This man is used to these European girls who come and go, come and go, come and go. And by the time he reaches 40 or 45, he will probably find a woman who already have 3-4 children who can't find a husband, because you know some men don't want to take up women who already have children. So he might perhaps just find a lady who does not have any alternative here in Kenya. The earlier, the better. I don't know, maybe he's thinking that his channel's aesthetic need to involve a white woman. Because I remember they've always been white. Is there any day since this man started venturing into YouTube that you ever saw a black woman with him? You know, he thinks that his channel will not go forward when he has black woman in his arms. He's not for, you know, something else. I think that this, you know, like sort of I feel like we usually have identity crisis. Let me just say, based on my experience, I used to have identity crisis. I never had proper upbringing. I never saw love within my family. I never saw my parents, they didn't mold me to see positive love that I can emulate and look up to. and say, I want a husband just like my dad, or say, so I was trying to look for love out there. That is the reason why I was going running around like a headless chicken, because people are abusing me here on YouTube. You will never find a man. You will never find a man. So even if somebody invite me on a date from Tinder, I ran like a headless chicken. It's a white man, because according to me, I felt people were always commenting, telling me that you will be very stupid to leave Kenya, then go back to Kenya. Find so and so, my sister, or so and so is now in Canada, is now in Europe, is now married, I have this and this. So I was always looking forward to one day also finding a guy who will uplift me, even though I had my own money, but at least my money can be in the back burner while I get uplifted by a white man, a savior, can help my life to get somewhere, to have European children. I am telling you, I always dreamed of having European children now. I always wanted to have European children. This was my dream. Liwe liwalo. You see? So it usually happens that we suffer from identity crisis, until we do research, until we actually sit down and self-reflect, we get some healing, and we actually know who we are, this identity crisis will never leave AM Marwa, because he thinks that if he have a white woman by his side, he looks posh, or he looks better, or his aesthetic is good, So that is the reason why me personally, I don't think this man is a husband material to any. He doesn't have traditional marriage mindset. He doesn't have a great positive. I don't think that he can be a role model to any son or daughters out there. As a matter of fact, you see how this congrats dad, very dysfunctional. How this congrats mom, very dysfunctional. Everybody, even Dee herself mentioned that her childhood was horrible. She was talking to Kino when they were having a car ride, and she was saying that my childhood was like military. It was really horrible. I didn't never have friends. I was always in the house. I was always almost like she was always tied in the house. Do your chores, do this, books, do this, like a military base. And it seems that they also grew up without being loved, not being taken care of, like maybe no, for example, when you look at AM Marwa, the injury that he has in his eyes was probably from some beatings that he got from this old man, who is also have identity crisis as well, because you can hurt people. If your father has grown up in a very dysfunctional family, of course the cycle will continue. And this is why this cycle has continued in this congrats mom house. To an extent, you see a lot of dysfunctionality, identity crisis. Even Davy Jr. does not. Davy Jr. is an LGBTQ. This is guys, the gay radar went up the minute I saw. My gay radar went up the minute I saw Davy Jr. Davy Jr. is not marrying anytime soon. Davy Jr. is definitely, I worked with a lot of LGBTQ people, and I can see them from afar. So Davy Jr. himself is only going to make videos lying to you about, oh, my girlfriend, oh, this, oh, my God, posing. Even now I've seen a thumbnail of him posing with, say, this bikini wearing woman in some place. He's only making this, but you will never see Davy Jr. married or with a woman. Actually, majority of people in the LGBT community here in Kenya, they do it down low. Like they do it behind closed doors, because it is very looked down upon. People don't really come out and say, I am gay. They will never admit it. But it's very true that these people are usually in the LGBT community. So there is a lot of dysfunctionality, It's usually based on how the children have seen the family is. Usually they try to find love elsewhere. Usually they don't trust this heterosexual. For example, maybe David Jr. does not trust heterosexual relationships, and maybe he got a lot of exposure. Maybe it's just from this village where he was introduced into homosexuality. You can never know, because maybe there's a lot. When your parents are not even taking care of you and are not attentive, your dad is broken, your mom is broken, everyone is broken. What time will they have to even put their children in the right direction? I know a certain people who saw David Jr. went, I don't know, it was his birthday, and he went to Nairobi. And people thought that when he is in Nairobi, he will eventually see the girlfriend, this caster girl. He will eventually introduce, like they will eventually hang out. But they only saw David Jr. in a fellow man's house with the shirtless, like they were just hanging out with a fellow man's house, trying to help him dress up and spray him and help him with deodorant and take care of him and buying him gift and all this. And a lot of you people were looking at this video and they were like, oh my God. But some people were like, it's very, very normal. Men usually dress up in the locker room, and it's something that is not supposed to be frowned upon. It's something that is just normal. But according to me and my gay radar, it's not something that is very normal with, especially this David Jr. And for example, also, I saw this David Jr.'s mom. David Jr.'s mom seems to be infatuated with the Jamaican uncle, because I feel like David Jr.'s mom, congrats mom. I feel like nobody ever, like the dad, the husband is never there to take care of her. I feel like the husband is always disappearing. You never see any time the husband even give her a cup of tea, or they even like live like a normal family. They are always each and everyone to their own. So Jamaican uncle went to congrats mom's house and was even cooking. I don't know. He was trying to cook, trying to take care of congrats mom, and they were in the garden talking. And sometimes I feel like also congrats mom does not have content, just like me. The only thing I do is sit here and gossip about other YouTubers. So yes, congrats mom was like pointing at these trees and laughing, and she was very mesmerized to be in the Jamaican uncle's presence and laughing and guys, I was feeling so amused by the way congrats mom was so happy. It is very long since I saw congrats mom happy like this whenever she is with Jamaican uncle. So I think the husband should see the way Jamaican uncle is taking care of the wife. He should actually take notes and actually step up his game. So also one thing that I noticed, guys, I wanted to talk about Sean Arwa and Dim Wango in Jamaica. I wanted to talk about this last week, but unfortunately I didn't make a video last week. Something that I wanted to say is that, honestly, the way these people are talking mighty about Jamaica, the way these people are, they will never, ever film anything negative about Jamaica. They'll always say things, positive things. They'll always make people think that Jamaica is such a heaven with amazing people. Yet, when you see on news, you have negatives also happening in Jamaica. So I'm sure that these people, what they were doing in Jamaica was just, they heard that Jamaican people usually give support, especially when you praise them too much and give them good publicity. They give you support. So you've seen these people, they always go to Jamaica to get more subscriptions and more, but they don't really mean what they say, because even if they can be truthful and say, this is what happens here, because people like Dim Wango and Sean Arwa will praise Jamaica more than they can even praise their own country. Yes, we have. To be honest, I just want to be honest totally. I was a world traveler for 11 years. I went to many countries, including Brazil. I went to many, many countries. But let me tell you something. Whatever they were showing in Jamaica is nothing compared. Like, Kenya is a very beautiful place. Let's just be truthful here. I know that the outside, you guys are always being shown negatives here in Kenya. But Kenya has some spectaculars, like a lot of spectacular things to see. Kenya is a very developed. The roads are very good. Yes, we have some underdeveloped estates here and there. But when the overall, what I saw in Jamaica, that these people were praising and they were like, wow, wow, oh my God, a beautiful, beautiful, is nothing compared to where they come from. The reason why they don't know Kenya, or let's say Sean Arwa knows Kenya, because I think Sean Arwa has hung out in these beautiful places. And I know that she knows how Kenya is. She cannot speculate that you cannot compare Kenya to Jamaica. You cannot, even in one bit. Even when I saw the streets, even when I saw the rich, posh places that they were going to, saying that this is the rich, you cannot compare to Kenya. Man, you cannot. Even the cars that are being driven on the roads in Kenya. We have so many Range Rovers, Discoveries, G-Wagons on these Kenyan roads. We have so many Mazda CX-5. We have so many, even Mazda CX-5 is not a car any longer nowadays here in Kenya. A lot of people, even leave alone, even in the entire Nairobi, even just in this road that lead to my house, how many people have mighty vehicles? I did not see anything like that in Jamaica. I did not see, to be honest. So when you see these people talking mighty about Jamaica, it's because, they are like licking Jamaica people's ass. You would think that Jamaica is these heavenly places. Highest crime places, highest prostitution, highest drug lord, and a lot of blah, blah. Usually, pew is in Jamaica. But these people will not talk about, they will not enlighten people and tell people this part of Jamaica, it's better for you to be in this part of Jamaica. Like, for example, I can tell you for sure what part of Nairobi is safe and what part of Nairobi is not safe. As a traveler, you'd know that if you come to Nairobi, you're going to live like you are living. I mean, even person like who is living in New York could never. When they come here in Nairobi, oh my goodness. People live like you do not, I don't, like even for example, okay, fine. Here in Kenya, we have ghettos. We have absolute ghettos. Things like Kibera. Okay, fine. The ghetto that D was pointing in Jamaica where they were, that is not ghetto compared to Kenyan ghettos. Yes, we have those ghettos, the slums. We call them slums, not even ghetto. So even though in those places, we have them here. But because I think D is only used to the Nyabohanze area. She's not really, there's a lot of contents that she can make here in Kenya. But obviously, she doesn't like Kenya, because she also mentioned very well that if she had an opportunity to change her nationality, she would do it in a heartbeat. She likes Jamaica better. But it's not that she likes Jamaica better. It's just that she thinks that more subscription comes from Jamaica, because here in Kenya there is no subscriptions. There's no people who like, they have diehard. In Kenya, people only like drama, and if you are not bringing drama, no one is going to watch your videos here in Kenya. So things like traveling and showing here and there, Kenyans don't care. Kenyans want people to bring them tea and drama, then they will click. They want things like, oh my God, I just fought with my husband. Oh my God, my husband just left me. Oh my God, this and this. Oh my God, they just want this type of content. They are very like, oh my God, let's see how her husband she's fought with her husband. They will really click without failing. But this traveling and showing people markets and this, I mean, we have all these things in Kenya. Nobody cares to even spend money to go there to only show here. No one will watch it. That is the reason why they can't be bothered to even look for views and subscription here in Kenya. That is the reason why when you see her, she's only filming within Nyabohanze. She doesn't even go far to film. Something else I wanted to talk about is about Miss Trudy, guys. I feel like Miss Trudy is not very well informed when it comes to, for example, she has somebody as the wife of Miss Trudy. The husband of Miss Trudy is a very well-known person, and I think is somebody who's established a lot of rank even spoken to the government officials of the world. I mean, he's somebody who is, his channel has 1.5 million subscription. So he's somebody who has really placed himself somewhere amongst YouTubers here. So I think to be a wife of Wodemaya, you need to be somebody who is not airheaded. You need to be somebody who will not embarrass Wodemaya when you travel out there. You need to be somebody who is very well known and strategic and very smart upstairs and very articulated and just smart overall. So for example, when Miss Trudy traveled to America, it is good. I know that she has been traveling to America and whatnot, you know. It's not that it's the first time she's traveled to America. But the video that she made where she was crying about being detained in the airport, I feel like that video it made her look so silly, you know. As somebody who has traveled in the past or who is experienced with traveling, thank you so much, Elizabeth Okonya. Somebody who is very experienced with traveling, I can say that this lady does not know. Before you even come accusing American government or American officials or American people at large for discrimination or for doing this to you and for saying I can't believe it, or even, for example, for even accusing Qatar Airways, why don't you first and foremost put your travel documents in order? Everything, like for example, she was complaining about the fact that Qatar Airways, actually she made it in her headline, she made it look like the American government is the one, I mean the American immigration is the one who has detained her and refused her to board the plane. And then when you clicked that video, it was almost like she was crying and saying Americans and people on her comment section equally. A lot of them were very airheaded. They were very ill-informed and they are not informed whatsoever. Because if you are not a Ghanaian, you are not from Ghana. That is your country of origin. Why would you take an inbound flight into a country that you are not an origin there? For example, even if I was married in Rwanda, I'm married to a Rwandan guy, I cannot go to the US and then take a direct flight to Rwanda from the US. Yet I don't have any identification or any papers to prove that I need I have a right to stay in Rwanda or even to be in an inbound flight to Rwanda. You know, usually many of these airlines, they get fined for actually ferrying people who don't have proper documents, because it is their due diligence to check that you have your passport, you have this. For the inbound, if you're going into a country, you have some requirements that you need to have. So Qatar Airways staff, they were only doing their job by making sure that Miss Trudy had some form of identification. And she was busy crying and making a scene and making herself look so absolutely airhead at the airport. And it was her mistake. She's the one who was at fault, because there is no way you can take an inbound flight to a country where you are not an origin there. And then you go there showing your marriage certificate and you tell them, oh, this is my marriage certificate. Marriage certificate is not a proof of anything. You can be married to a Kenyan national, but you have a right to stay in Kenya, for example. So the only thing Ms. Trudy could have done, and again, he has Wodemaya, and Wodemaya knows very well everything about traveling and what these people need to have. If you did not put your papers in order, such things will happen to you again and again and again. It's not only that happening in America. You cannot blame America for something that is not their fault. They are okay, somebody is saying it's not her first radio ranting at the airport. She did that years ago at JKI. Yes, she always, these people, they usually have a couple of subscribers, then they think that they are famous. They think that because I have 15,000, you know what? Okay, if you have 15,000 followers, okay, let's say you have 20,000 people or 500,000 people. How many people watch your videos at the end of the day? Do you find 500,000 people viewing your video in every upload? That tells you that you're not famous, okay? So the minute that these people see these subscribers, they always feel like they should even vie for some presidency or vie for some member of parliament seat, because they feel like you should know me, you should know who I am. So I need some form of preference treatment, I need some form of special treatment. So I was just looking at her and I was thinking to myself, girl, why are you making a fool of yourself at the airport like this? Crying and making a scene, and while filming, and people who are, okay, it's enough that these people can do anything for views, to be honest. Just the same way I would, because it pays at the end of the day. For example, that video where she was making a scene, it has a lot of views. So she has gained. She made that video and then went quiet for 1 week. She was like, okay, I've made enough money, even 50,000 Kenya shillings, or let's say 100,000 Kenya shillings. So I have money in the bank. But at the end of the day, it just, sometimes the people, even for the embassy, okay, she might have like a 5 years or like a 10 year. I don't know if nowadays they give for 10 years visa, like a period of 10 years. I think they give you 5 years. So she might have a 5 years visa. That is the reason why she always goes in and out of America. So what if you want to go to America next time and you go to the American embassy and they have seen your video, and maybe they will be like, oh, so now they are going to say, now you're going to give American government bad press and make them seem like they are discriminatory of you, yet you did not make your travel arrangement properly, or you did not make your papers, everything that you needed in order, or identifications in order. So they might even deny you, because even, for example, she was filming herself driving in America. Okay, when you have a Kenyan driving license, that driving license, you can only drive, you are only eligible to drive in East Africa with that driving license. You can't drive, it's not an international driving license. So you cannot just go to America and start driving on a Kenyan driving license. What if something happens to you and police pulls you over? Then you are in trouble. Obviously, you are in trouble for driving with this East African or African driving license. Even me, I have a Kenyan driving license, but I can't go anywhere. Even when I was in Dubai, when I was in Dubai, I didn't have any driving license. But right now I have a Kenyan driving license. I can't go to Dubai and then start going in the road with my Kenyan driving license. I cannot do that because it's illegal. Within East Africa is the only where, because even our driving here is very, I don't even know how to say. When I go for a driving school, it's like a 1 month course. These people don't touch on anything. They only take, like, these people are not thorough. They are not thorough. They throw you on the roads, just go there and die. They don't care. They pick up their money. They take you to do your driving test. In fact, as a matter of fact, when I went for my driving test, these people are very money hungry. So what they do, like, for example, when you're driving these driving school cars, they usually have, the instructor's side have to have these clutches and whatnot. It has controls as well. Only the steering wheel, I have steering wheel and the controls, but the instructor also have the controls on his feet, the brakes, the gas, and the what is it called? I think automatic car only have two, the brake and the gas, the accelerator, I think it's called that. And then the manual one has 3 of them. I can't remember which one is the other one, but I just know there's a brake, there is a gas, and there's something else that I don't know. I can't remember. So this here in Kenya, the instructors have it on their side of the vehicle and where they are sitting, and me also, I have it on my side. So when they want to make sure that you fail, they usually fail people intentionally because they want to fail you so that they ask you to pay so that they can pass you. This happens to every most Kenyans when they go for driving. So me, when I went for this driving, see, I was doing all my checkpoints, everything that I was told in driving school. I was told first and foremost, when you enter the car, you check your side mirrors. Then you check the road, your surrounding, and then you put on your seatbelt. That is the first thing, first and foremost. And then after that, first of all, me, I did this, my driving with this manual car, not manual, a manual car, not automatic. Then you press your clutch down. Then now you do these controls. You put the gear. Now I've forgotten because now I have a manual car. No, an automatic car. And then after that, you check your surroundings and then you see the controls, whether it is on drive or it is on reverse, it is on, now I'm talking about an automatic car. Then now you start controlling your steering based on where you want to go. Or if you want to go reverse, you do this by looking at your side mirrors, looking at your surroundings. So me, I did everything that I was supposed to do. Everything, every checking point I had in my head. So when it comes to the time of pressing this thing, what is this called? The clutch. The clutch could not get pressed. I'm trying to press, but it was already down. So I'm asking this guy, how come my clutch is down? I'm pressing, but it's already down. He's telling me, why are you asking me? You are the one who is getting tested. So I got failed here. They just failed me here. Because I'm thinking to myself, I've done everything right, but my clutch is down. How can I press a clutch that is already down? So, of course, on his side, he had already pressed that clutch for me to not have any clutch to fail. So you pay 3,000 and then they give you your driving license, you go. So in other words, it's not thorough here. You know, they just give you so that you can go to the road and do whatever mistakes you have to do. You keep familiarizing yourself with the roads until you know. Here in Kenya, so imagine going to American roads or even a road in Dubai. Now you want to drive with a Kenyan driving license. That is a criminal offense. You're not supposed to do that. So see, she went to America and went to American roads and started driving with illegally. Then at the same time, she comes to the airport and she starts ranting about something that was not in Qatar Airways control. It was not in American people control. If you need to go to a certain country, you need to show your identification that you belong to that country. You can't just show these people you're married. I'm married. I'm a YouTuber. I have 1 million subscribers. You have to see my YouTube. See, I am famous. Why can't you? I've been in America for so many times. How dare you guys? You know I can even sue you. What are you suing, my sister? What are you suing? You are very much ill-informed. You have to know what you're talking about. When you want to, the next time, and I know that usually when you come when you marry a certain national, even here in Africa, even you are not supposed to just go there and stay there without proper papers. You need some form of, for example, she's married to Wodemaya. It's easy for her to get alien card or even to get independent pass. You know, it's easy for her to get any form of identification. So here in Kenya, I know that if a woman, like for example, if I was a woman, for example, my husband was a Kenyan and I was a Rwandese. It's very easy for my husband as a Kenyan to find me identification papers here without even wasting time, because he can just like apply for me independent pass to say that I'm actually fully depending on my husband and I need to be here with him because he's a Kenyan and I am technically a housewife raising children and taking care of my home and my husband. So it's very easy for me to get some form of identification here. So from there, if you get an independent pass, then from there you can go get an alien pass. So then you can eventually, after getting married for 5 years, then you are eligible to get identification card, So I know that it takes time. She just got married to Wodemaya. Some things take time, but if you find out closely, there are some form of identifications that she can get even now. So what she should have done, she should have not even argued with these people. She should have said, oh my goodness, it's my bad. And the only thing that she should have done was to change her flight from Miami to, or wherever, I don't know which state she was in America, to Kenya, direct flight, or whatnot. And then from Kenya, she could travel to Ghana, because from here it's easier. So because when she lands in Kenya, she's a Kenyan, it's very easy for these people to just take all her identification, instead of thinking that now she's married to Wodemaya and she's a Ghanaian, or she can go to Ghana in and out anytime she wants from whichever country. It doesn't work like this. So the people in Qatar Airways, they had a right. Even me, I was working in an airline, and these people could ask you, okay, you're going to Kenya, show me your documents. Okay, where is your identification card? Where is this and this and this? They have a right to ask you that. If you don't have all these documents, you are going to be easily denied boarding that flight, and you're going to miss a flight. You cannot be yelling at the airport and saying, these people better pay for my airport, my hotel, they better do this. And then she was like, they realized, they realized that they were wrong. No, they were not wrong. No, they were not wrong. Just say, and then now she was like, now they have upgraded me to business class, because that is not true. The only thing these people might have done is the fact that probably she was very tired because she slept at a hotel lobby. So she must have been very tired, and she had extra cash. So she, at the counter, she bought a business class seat, because when you buy it at the counter, it's much more cheaper than booking it. So it was not like a free upgrade. You cannot just be freely upgraded because you forgot to have an identification card to enter into a country. I don't believe it even one bit. So so even if these people can just carry subscribers in their head and think that they have some form of status, that now they can be, if she's somebody who learns, she's going to learn from this, and she's not going to keep making a fool of herself every time she goes to the airport. Even one day she went to, I don't know where, and then she was demanding to film. And she was like asking them, do you know who I am? No, they don't know. The fact that it's written that you cannot film there, you have to respect that you just can't film there. There are some protocols that has to be carried. And also when you go to somebody's job, like for example, those airline people, you should respect their job. The same way you can just not go to a restaurant and then you find a server, you start yelling at a server because your food is late. It's not her that has made your food late. It is the chefs. And maybe things are not right in there. You just have to be patient, or just go to another restaurant. You cannot just be going yelling at people when they are trying to do their job. At the end of the day, we know that customers is always right, but no, most of the time customers are so wrong, and they are being ignorant and very arrogant when they are wrong. And in this case, I think that people should just respect other people's job. You cannot cry discrimination where there's no discrimination. You cannot say you're being profiled where there is no profiling. That is wrong. And I think she should actually make a follow-up video and apologize. She should apologize to the Qatar Airways, and also she should apologize and tell people that I'm the one who was misinformed. And it was wrong for me to make such a video assuming or even insinuating that I'm being profiled, I'm being discriminated against. And then she should just end that video there and say I was wrong. And actually teach other people who might want to come to America and probably fly into a country without proper identification. She should actually give them some teachable moments and let them know that, guys, before, even if you're married to so and so, you're married to a certain person, you have to make sure that before you get an inbound flight to a certain country, you need to have proper identification for that country. Otherwise, you're going to be denied entry into that country. So it's just fair for her to actually make a follow up video to clear the air instead of acting a fool of herself here on the social media. So, you guys, let me read from you people, and then I end this live. It's been 1 hour already. Ha 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 ha. What are you guys saying? Aki, it's been raining in this our Nairobi. Shit. It's been really raining. Now it's already, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. And it's been raining the entire evening. The entire, like, since 2 o'clock. And last night it also rained the entire time. So we have to remember that we are spiritual beings living in a temporal, physical existence. You know, this guy, when before he died, the way he was talking, the way he was talking, I don't want my video to be flagged because it's on here, but he was just talking like somebody who's done with this world. He's done with this world. So yes, UAE and Dubai is devastated by flood. So, oh, I forgot. I wanted to read for you guys something that somebody commented in Miss Trudy's video. Yes, let me read for you guys. That specific, there is a not even Miss Trudy's video. It's another YouTuber's video who was talking about the way Miss Trudy was acting in America at the airport. Somebody said most of the YouTubers have gotten into trouble in America with the videos they make, and their own videos is what get them in trouble. Like the vehicle title or caption on Miss Trudy's video at the airport. This had nothing to do with US government, but the airlines, and she made it sound like she was detained by US government because airlines do not detain people because they are not law enforcement. So there was wrong. Now she drove illegal in America, and if they want to retaliate of her giving them a bad name, they could go on their on now they could go on Miss Trudy's video and get all the videos of her driving and invite her to prove her documents. They also go to US to film for content, and this is work as they are getting paid in US by YouTube. So in other words, they were there working, and therefore work permit is required. Using a visit or tourist visa for doing YouTube is illegal because they are getting paid for it and it's work. It's just like journalists going to another country to create the content or do interviews. They usually go with temporary work permit for tax reasons. So technically, she could be done for illegal work and driving in US. So they need to be careful, and this applies to all YouTubers, not just Trudy. That's why some of them, when the embassy find out they are doing this based on tourist visa for long, they refuse them because every country wants taxes, especially YouTube being American company. A lot of them bypass the tax deduction and use their foreign currencies, their foreign countries as an excuse that they could be paying the tax themselves and claim the full payment and never pay those taxes at home country. Marwa is one of them. But guys, I think that, okay, fine. This person also has their opinion based on the Miss Trudy reaction in the airport about this getting detained. Yes, I think she is right entirely in what this lady has said, that the YouTubers should need to be careful when they are in other countries. It is technically they are going there for work. So if they don't want this American embassy to find out everything, because obviously when you go to the embassy, you don't disclose that you're going for work, but they go for work because when they are in America, they earn money from their YouTube videos. They are working technically. So obviously, if the American, I feel like okay, when it comes to paying tax, they are paying it directly or directly. They might not be paying it based on, like, having this social security number where the government can automatically deduct the money from them. But still, when they do shopping or when they live in these hotels or when they always pay tax. So they also help um, build American economy, I feel. And also YouTube also, when we are doing YouTube usually get money from the YouTubers. They actually deduct some money from YouTubers, and YouTube is already taxed. So at the end of the day, they are getting taxed indirectly. And plus, also, if it is YouTube, we are getting paid. And also, we got taxed because we paid our visas in the American embassy. So technically, they've paid money to get to America. They're getting taxed in one way or the other. So at the end of the day, I feel like her talking about tax and whatnot and illegal, it could be true in one way, but then I feel still they are getting taxed. So it's just that doesn't bear any. But it's true, whatever she said, that people should be careful. So let me continue reading from you guys. Yes, UAE and Dubai are devastated by flood. The age of Pisces is ending and all the lies are being exposed. Be at peace and stay in high vibration state. Guys, I was seeing this. I would not even talk about it as a conspiration theory, but I feel like there's a lot of truth in what somebody was saying. The way there's a lot of things that are being exposed nowadays things that were done in the dark are now getting exposed, even in Hollywood. You saw people like R. Kelly. He was exposed by the things that he was doing. Now he's in jail. Now they're exposing people like P. Diddy. P. Diddy is currently in trouble about these things they were doing with the young girls and the young boys and all this, essaying children and whatnot. And there's a lot of people in this list that were actually mentioned. And I think the investigations and things are like now going on. And something else, I have never liked Beyonce, guys. I just don't know. My spirit has a witness, and my spirit never lie. My spirit never just don't like a celebrity for no reason. But my spirit has always not sat right with Beyonce. So it has come out, it has always been coming out regarding Beyonce and Jay-Z. The fact that Beyonce never carried the pregnancy of her firstborn child. It is very much documented. In fact, there was a time she was going for an interview and she had put this fake belly where she was going to sit, and then the fake belly, it was like this, like it folded in her clothes, and people noted that. And then the fact that she never showed any pictures of herself with that pregnancy whatsoever. Then it came out that this husband of hers had a mistress. Her name was something, is it Blue something? Cartel. What was the name of this Beyonce's? I think I was seeing it here. No, let me see. This lady was called Kathy White. So this Beyonce's husband, this funny looking guy, you see this shaggy guy, this Jay Z. He was also seeing these women like this left eye. You know this left eye woman who died mysteriously, and then there's this one called um, this one who died in a plane crash. What was the name of this woman? This Aliyah. These people were seeing each other. These women ended up dying mysteriously, and then this Kathy White was a very long time mistress to Jay Z, and Jay Z, this woman was actually threatening to talk to the press regarding her relationship with Jay Z. Then she did not last, and this woman was allegedly pregnant with Jay Z's child in 2011, 2012, 2011. So during the time, you just go and listen to these things. You know, there's a lot of people who've come out. There's a lot of rumors in Hollywood. Any rumor, usually where there's smoke, there's fire somewhere. It is not conspiracy theories, but you know what I'm thinking. These ladies, what is the coincidence that all the ladies were that had been involved with Jay Z died under mysterious circumstances? Aaliyah, Left Eye, and then this Kathy White. What is the coincidence? So Kathy White was supposed to give an interview to actually expose, and then she actually told Jay Z. But then she got unalived. But it was alleged that Kathy White was actually pregnant. So this is what these women are alleging, or this is what the rumors go about. That remember, this Beyonce's first daughter was born in 2012, during the time when this woman had died. So they're alleging that this woman might have been unalived and the child plucked out of her womb. And then Beyonce claimed this child to be mine. Now they be Blue Ivy. So now I was asking myself, why is it that she was wearing fake belly when she was allegedly pregnant with Blue Ivy? And then the time that she was giving birth, an entire hospital was blocked, was just blocked. And then suddenly a child appears. And then this woman dies, and then she's buried. This alleged mistress. And then Beyonce produces music. No, this woman, Kathy White, produced music that she was singing about, I'm sorry, Miss Carter. So she was talking to Beyonce, saying sorry about allegedly being involved by Beyonce's man and whatnot. I think they were having some feud with Beyonce. Then at some point, this Beyonce makes a song entitled Daughter. Let me see. Let me tell you guys. And then I want you guys to go and listen to the lyrics of this music, where she's talking about murdering a woman for whatnot. The song, just go and listen to the song Daughter by Beyonce. Go and listen to the song, listen to the lyrics of that song, Daughter by Beyonce. I don't want it. I don't want my video to be demonetized. If you listen to that song closely, that song, Beyonce was definitely talking about unaliving this fellow woman, the woman who was allegedly pregnant with the Jay-Z's child. So I was listening to all these things, and I was trying to think to myself, there must be something about this. And a lot of people were saying, obviously, you can see this woman, the Kathy White, she looks so much like Beyonce. And the child, that girl, also looks like Beyonce. So people are having conflicting views regarding this. They are saying, why does Blue Ivy look so much like Beyonce? Then they named this child Blue Ivy. Ivy is supposed to be poison. Then Blue. So when you look at the names that is surrounding this girl, the names that they give this child, the times that this child was born, the occurrences, why did the mother had to put a fake belly to like to make people think that she was pregnant with this kid. And then when she gave birth to the twins, her belly was all over the place. She was just her belly, but there's no picture of her with any pregnancy with this firstborn. So so people are saying that for the things that they feel like there's a lot of things that Jay-Z and Beyonce has done that will come to light also, that they are supposed to be investigated, especially for these mysterious deaths of these women that has been involved with him. So I think that I cannot trust people in Hollywood. I cannot trust them. So everything that is being alleged, you have to question as well. So I was just thinking loud, but it's just because I've always thought to myself that there might be some truth to what people are saying. I might be wrong. It's all alleged. Don't quote me on anything. It's just something that I was actually listening to, and there's a lot of videos about this and a lot of articles about it. Leave Dubai alone. Dubai is like trying to play God. People are nowadays trying to play God too much. I saw a documentary where they are actually they've made banks where they are storing bodies. The scientists are trying to come up with an inventive where people will be brought to life after they are dead. So they are storing body in big barrels. And these bodies, they've made it possible for the tissues to still be alive and fresh. So I don't know how that is going to be possible when the brain is dead. Also, with this UAE people trying to manufacture rain. You know what I'm asking myself? These Dubai people, they have made everything possible. They have manufactured everything, including, there is nothing that these people in Dubai have not manufactured. But sometimes I'm asking myself, why are they manufacturing rain yet they don't have drainage system in this entire city? It never rains in Dubai. So they don't have drainage system. Then they do this cloud sending, this thing called cloud sending. You know the way, if you guys are not familiar with this news, go here on YouTube and find out Dubai cloud sending and see how much disaster it was last week for Dubai. It was crazy. You're saying, God bless me for having a big heart. Amen. Amen. God has done it. Sitol, Nikki, you should invite me. That's one corner of the US I've never been to. Sure thing. Let's connect for a visit. Oh, you and Elizabeth wants to visit each other. Is Roshio pregnant? No. Roshio can never be pregnant for Marwa. Roshio cannot be stupid enough to be pregnant for Marwa. How come? How come? Marwa cannot even take care of Roshio. What makes you think that he will take care of Roshio's child? Can't you see how sad Roshio is? Even the other time I was seeing her in the vehicle. Right now they are trying to camouflage it with the fact that she was robbed in the streets. Her GoPro and her iPhone 11 and the bag and stuff were robbed by this motorbike guy. They are trying to camouflage their sadness by this thing, but no, these people have been unhappy for quite some time. You can see it in Roshio's body language and in her voice and in her demeanor, and how skinny this woman has become of late. I blame her, because there's no way you can come to Africa on a one-way ticket thinking your father is there to pay for your ticket back to your country. Are you mad? You dey craze. Aki, it has rained, so cats and dogs. Let me call him to find out what's happening. Let me just call, because today the tire of my vehicle burst because of the big sharp stones on my hey. Sasa wewe, si mimi naona umefungiwa na mvua. Na au kubeba ile mwavuli. Na sasa usikuje kama unanyeshewa, si basi uchukue pikipiki, ungoje nini ende chini alafu uchukue pikipiki. Na sasa ukichukua pikipiki, si itabidi ushuke hapo Grace Apartment ndio uteremke chini, juu unajua watakuja na hiyo. Si basi uchukue tu pikipiki, na ulibeba umbrella. Utanyeshewa. Unajua ukinyeshewa unaweza pata homa. Na uliona venye gari ilikuwa? Mm. 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 Sasa hii gari basi iwezi toka hapa. Sasa tutafanya aje na hii wiki kumenyesha kabisa, tutapita wapi hata kwa hii barabara yenye imejaa maji? Mm. Mm. Sawa. Mm. 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 Haya, sawa basi pigia yule Masai simu akulete nyumbani. Haya. Guys, our road is getting constructed. So there's these sharp stones that the car is getting damaged. Every day cars are stuck on the road. So my car has an issue. Yesterday, these stones burst my all three tires got burst. So now the car is at the parking. My husband did not go to work with a car. So he's just at work now. He's stranded, no vehicles. So that is why I'm asking myself, it's been raining the entire time. There is no vehicle. The road is horrible. So how will he get home? So I told him to try and find, he's going to be rained on. Even if he comes home, he cannot stay there because it's been raining the entire night. And it seems that like it's going to rain until morning. So I told him to try and find some way to just come home because there's no way he can stay at home outside now in the dark with raining, no means of transport. So he'll just take a motorbike. You know, these motorbike guys, I hope they accept to carry him. They will carry him from, the road is getting constructed, but when you reach around our place, the road is bad. So they'll just leave him there where the road is clear, and then he'll come home. So that is what I was trying to talk to him about. Hey, sister to sister. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. It's been a while since I've caught you live. Thank you, Mama, sister to sister. Now, today you have caught me. What was I talking about? I feel like I was talking about something. Yeah, I was saying about this lady, Rosho. She's very unlucky. You cannot waste your life in Nyabohanze. You cannot waste your life there. This African man will not marry you. Argentinian woman. Go and find a better man. Go and take care of your youth. If you're not yet 30, take care of your youth. Find a better man, It is now that you can marry a man that is going to make your life and future better. Don't look at this house, this villa, and then think that this is something grand that you might inherit. These people, even if this, God forbid, something happens to this AM Marwa, you cannot inherit anything in there. So even if you are looking at that house and thinking that house is what you are running after, you will be mumu. You will leave Africa with nothing in your name. Nothing. This man can't take you for vacation. Can this man even buy you underwear, my sister? Can this man buy you even underwear? This man cannot even take this lady to a nice restaurant just to have a meal. Just have a meal now. What is this? A lot of Kenyan men are for a fact, guys, a lot of African men are very stingy. I said what I said. Come and beat me. I'm in my mansion. I said what I said. A lot of African men are very stingy, including this Marwa. Including this Marwa. So if you are a woman and you've decided that you want to open your leg and allow your womb for a man to put a seed inside there, you have to have a backup plan. You have to have money somewhere that you have tucked in for yourself and your child. Because African men are murife. Many of them, they usually dump a seed and run like they don't look back. Ask me why there's a lot of single women here in Africa. You think it's just a joke? You think it's a joke? It's not a joke. There is one mistake that African women usually do. They become housewives to men who do not understand the value of a housewife. As a matter of fact, I feel like housewives should have their monthly salary. I said what I said. You people should not bother me now. I said what I said. African men, if there is a woman who is a housewife, who is giving birth to your bastard babies and staying at home, taking care of them and everything, they should get salary. Because when shit hit the roof, these men will be nowhere to be found. Especially when they have these little promotions here and there. A lot of thirsty women for married men here in our Kenya. Here in Africa, there is no boundary when it comes to married man. No woman looks at a married man with a ring and say that one is married. The more they see a married man, the more their nose are very itchy. They want somebody to enter. They want somebody to a married man. Married men are very marketable here in Kenya. So if you are a single woman, if you are a stay-at-home mother, you are not getting any salary from your husband. Your job is like you are just popping children left, right, center. And trusting this man will be there for you for better, for worse. My sister, when he murife, you will cry tears. And nobody will be there to support you. When they get these little promotions here and there, they always murife with these women, loose women around here, who see them as a prize. African men, they don't have any mind. Very less of them, including my father. My papa was very mumu man. I said what I said, come and beat me. Even my brothers are very much mumu. Mumu, I said. So if you're thinking that you African man will be better for you, think again. Think again. These people can marry. Ask yourself why even these noble people, even these people, for example, these athletes who usually run marathons, they usually have their women are very, very much pararo. What is this called? They are very rusty in the village, taking care and giving birth to children left, right, center. Very rusty. They cannot even. They don't look kept. Yet their men have millions of money. They usually have a very beautiful, very brown skin who know how to put on this glutathione medicine, this glutathione mukorogo, this muchangamniko malum. You see this creams where you have to strip yourself off all the melanin. They like these women. These women, they apply these things like it's their life depend on it. Even everywhere. Then when your man see them, he will tell you he's in a business meeting. Meanwhile, he's with these ones, these mumu women. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you so much for the super chat. They are with these mumu women. Even the one who died recently, this one who was called Kiptum. What was his name? This woman. That's this man who died recently. Kiptum guy. He died on a road accident. The day he died, that lady was the side chick was also mourning him, and also uploaded a video on TikTok of them having a FaceTime, a video of saying, "If I knew this was the last time I would see you, my love." Yet the woman, the legally married wife is at home very much mpararo. Mpararo is rusty. This is the story. Yesterday, one lady was calling me. She was telling me that I need to loan him 15,000 Kenya shillings. That's like 150 US dollars. I need to loan him. Is it 100 US dollars? I think 100 US dollars. So I asked, why I need to loan you now? He tell me, well, there is this friend of mine that the husband has beaten and now has made her become cuckoo. She have 3 children to this man. This man have some post job, a good job, has built up a mansion and have a car. And now this woman, she was just popping babies and not doing anything tangible with her life. You are popping babies without salary. Are you the craze? You the craze? Are you crazy? You are popping babies without an allowance. So this lady, she pop babies, pop babies, pop babies, left, right, center. Then this man, once this man gets a position at work, he goes with a side chick. Now he was beating her like crazy until now she's plucking her hair one by one from her head. She's gone crazy. Me, I cannot help now. Even me, I have my own things I'm dealing with. I cannot, I don't have. I only said I don't have. Where can I get that money from? The economy has gone mumu on us. Now, even to fill my car with my vehicle, I need to fill the vehicle. I need like money. I need a lot of money. Petrol, the gas has gone really high. Nowadays, I have a responsibility. I cannot just be spending money like this. Even I feel like these things I was not ready. I was not ready. Even I don't know about this vehicle. This vehicle is eating all my money now. Somebody, the people who have vehicles who think they have money. Let me tell you something. It's an extra expense. In this our Kenya, $150 to fill your vehicle with gas, and it won't even last a month. Where will that $150 come from? Even if my job I'm earning, let's say $300 a month in my business, I take $150. Is that being wise? Even if you have savings, you have to be very, 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 very careful. Nowadays, you don't depend on this man. Have a backup plan. How many times will we sit down and explain to you as older women so that you can have backup plan with this man? Just the fact that you're married does not mean that now you just sit and start popping children. What if this man decide to leave you now? What will you do with these children? Where will you go? Yet perhaps you don't even have education. Or maybe you have education, but you're sitting on it. You're not looking for any. First of all, before a man even plant a seed in you, you have to tell him, me, I want something, an income for my own. Just so he decides to murife, you know where to turn with your children because you know you're the one with the womb. Here in Kenya, people don't even go for child support. Where will you find this man after he murife? How many children is around here with no fathers? The fathers, they have money, but they do other things. I am telling you, Africa. Let me not tell you that all African men are like that, but majority, I said, come beat me in my monsoon. Majority are very stupid. I said what I said. That's the reason why I want to teach my nephew. I don't want my nephew to become this type of a man. I do not like totally. So it's us women who need to be smart and think ahead. Even if you have a rich man, sit down one day and ask yourself, okay, you have a rich man who is paying for your rent, everything is paid for, you are having this sprinkle lifestyle and queen treatment. One day, just sit down and ask yourself, what if this man dies now? Will I be able to sustain this type of lifestyle? The answer to that question should be your motivation. If you cannot be able to pay for that house, You cannot be able to feed your children. You cannot be able to have 1, 2, 3, start from point zero. Let that make you stand up and do something. You cannot trust anybody in this life. Even your own shadow, you can't trust him. So what makes you trust men? You can't trust men. Hmm? You cannot. I'm telling you, young ladies. Me, my husband found me when I'm already established. If you want to go, it's okay. It's okay. I said, come beat me in my mansion. You people should leave me alone now. You know, some people, you just say the truth. Me, I'm an asset to him. In fact, his life is very much enjoyable because I'm in it. But if in case he decides to leave, it's okay. At least I am in my 2 feet already. He didn't find me struggling. He found me with my 2 hands juggling 1, 2, 3, doing 1, 2, 3 for my little coins here and there. So even if you leave now, I will not struggle. Who told you I will struggle? It's okay. Guys, I have to read from you a little bit and then I turn down this live. Esther Shiro is asking who shall marry you. Hey, my friend, even me, I could not find a husband. This Kenyan man. Hey, woo-loo-loo. Woo-loo-loo. A different story for another day. You see, these women who come here on live to talk to you guys, they don't talk to you about the reality on the ground. They just talk juju because they are afraid of telling you the real situations in life. Me, I come here and I tell you the truth. These men know, my goodness. You know, one day I was dating this guy. This guy, I was like, I felt so alone. And I was thinking to myself, what the hell? But I was dating him because I was only now shooting blanks. You know, where you have always been single to an extent, now you are just shooting blanks. You're only try and error, kaende, kaende. You are just trying. So you don't want to say no to dates. You don't want to say no to men. You just go. Whoever sticks, sticks. Whoever goes, goes. I was having a lot of headache with this man in here in Kenya. I'm telling you, these people, if you give them their body, they smash it like there will never be a body tomorrow. These men, I will never forget. These men, they smash your body like their life depend on it. Very mercilessly. Even sometimes you fall down from the bed and they pick you, they return you again. They continue from where they left. The next day, if you wake up, you find they've already gone. Jesus. You're asking yourself, you're asking yourself, was I bewitched or what happened? What did I ever do? At least me, they just came and smashed me and left me with painful joints. What about you people? Some of you, they left you with children to account for. Even sometimes when you're trying to contemplate and ask yourself, now what was that? Because it was nothing. You know, sometimes women, even they are afraid of talking their minds with this man. If he's doing useless job, tell them I don't feel anything. Why do you suffer? Why do you suffer? Somebody is on top of you sweating like crazy. You are suffering meanwhile. Huh? You're not feeling anything. In fact, you're just suffering. And you're just sitting there. Tell them hakuna kitu nasikia. Ya, ye. Iko wapi? Don't feel sorry for these men because they don't feel sorry for you as well. Nowadays, my husband, I tell him everything. Thank God now I tell my husband everything. We discuss everything. Huh? And he don't feel, because now he's my husband now. This one, me, I was just, with my pains, I was just taking it in like a champion. What champion was I? Yet some of these people, they leave you with they leave you with UTI that you cannot, even when you go to the hospital, they don't even leave you with money to treat that disease that they, because now they've injured your, they've even injured, put you they, what was they doing in your urethra? What was this man doing inside your urethra? To an extent, you come out of there, you feel your urethra is bruised. You see these sons of Pharaoh now? Then you come out of there, you can't even walk, you are very sick. They did not even leave you with money to go to the hospital. The suffering we go through with these sons of Pharaoh here in Kenya now. Just because you are a pick-me, you become a pick-me type of a woman. You want married so bad because everyone is married. Everyone is coupled up. Now you're only try and error. Then when you come to investigate, you find these people are married. Even now you are like, walala. Sometimes don't blame these women, because most of these women don't even know that these men are not are single. Because for me, I dated someone who said to me that their wife died, yet he's very much alive. The wife is very much alive. And these people, you ask yourself why every time they don't call at a certain time, they don't, but then you keep telling yourself, it is okay. It is okay. No man is perfect. This idea of you people listening to these older women telling you guys to stick in these crap relationships because no man is perfect. Keep listening to this mumu awada. This, in this life, you create your reality from how you think and how you look at yourself now. If you accept that the man that you're with is the one, even the one who's treating you like crap, just because no man is perfect, you will die in that one now. You will not aim higher. You will just suffer there. You will have chlamydia. You will have UTI. Not UTI. UTI is not sexually transmitted. You don't go now. STIs. I will tell you one thing I have suffered in this Nairobi. See occasion. Then they don't give you even money to buy soap to wash your body. They will not now. They will not. They run away. You wonder, what happened to me? Was I bewitched in this our Nairobi? Thank God now. Oh, God remembered me. Now I am married. I have a ring on my finger. I am not bothered. I stay in my house and I don't bother with anything now. But I have suffered. I told you people. I have suffered in this Nairobi now. Guys, let me read quickly from you guys. I know people usually suffer, women suffer, they put up with a lot of crap from these men. But my sister, you are not alone. I've been there. Oh, hey. Even some women are suffering in their 50s now. You're not the first one. We have suffered so long as you are created with a uterus and you have a V. You will suffer in this life. The only way not to suffer is to be celibate. Celibate. That is the only time you will not suffer. But if you allow yourself to be manipulated with men, you will suffer. I told you. Because you know, it reached a point where I was always celibate, I was always by myself, and then I started saying, why you need people gani? Me, I'm always celibate, I'm always by myself. Maybe now there's cobwebs down there. Hey, Maybe it's already closed itself, it's not functioning. Now I start asking myself, how come? A woman who is a woman, you are just sitting on your fundamentals. The only thing you do is wash, shave your fundamentals, and then pee. You are a woman. While fellow women are using their fundamentals to feel sweet. You the only thing you know I used to ask myself. Then I said, let me start giving my fundamentals some work. Hey! Kikaniramba mara mingi sana. Kimeniramba kirituramba. Let me read. At breaking news, Roshua is pregnant. No, she's not. Is it? Maybe if I go watch, maybe. Ati Marwa is super stingy and made Roshua share her cane sugar drink when they were in an Uber. Huh? Why can't she buy he buy her his own? Probably that could not have been even 50 Kenya shillings. How that level of stinginess have now graduated to Harvard University now. Maybe he's not educated about dating nights and spoiling this lady. His dad may have not done that for his woman. Oh no, this guy is traveled. This guy is traveled. He's not a villager. He knows what he's doing. He's just a total stingy guy. You can go even to a small kibandakski and spend less than 500 Kenya shillings or maximum 1,000 to eat a meal. Huh? There is no excuse for that. At shame on you. By the way, Roshio is pregnant. Try to be a negative reactor. Shame on you. Jolly Max, it shall never be a shame on me. Oh, if she's pregnant, congratulations to her. Oh my goodness. Is it breaking news? Let me have a look. Ooh, I really doubt it. But it is what it is. If she's pregnant, then it's okay. Doesn't she have a uterus? Let me see. But the wrong thing about you people, is that you believe everything you see on social media. She said herself that she cannot be pregnant now until she gets nini. She gets married. It's only on her own thingy that she said. So why are you exactly watching me if you think that I am being negative? Why do you watch negative reactor? Leave me alone now, my sister. Go to the positive reactors. Me, I am only talking what I saw here. Where is it that Roshua is pregnant? Where did you hear that Roshua is pregnant? Roshua is not pregnant anywhere. She's very flat. Like even if she's pregnant, she have a uterus. Praise God, she's pregnant. But for this matter, she's not. She's very stressed. That is what Roshua is. She wants to go back to her country, but Marwa is not paying for her ticket back. And also her, she's mumu. She don't want to pay her own ticket back. So why is she sitting there? So let me say, I am not ashamed of anything. I am happy. Someone is saying reaction is a reaction, exposing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Very true. Sunday Amoni is asking what happened to Ayam Marwa's eyes. Ayam Marwa is blind on one of his eyes. Totally. I don't know if he's partially or totally blind, but it seems like he got an eye injury and it was not taken care of. Maybe if he doesn't become stingy, he can go and then pay the hospital to correct his vision, or maybe he doesn't want to, or maybe now it's too late that it cannot be severed. I don't know, but he got some injury from his eye and it has never been medically looked at. You feel the same. Juanita is saying, I feel the same about Davy Jr. and definitely get a gay vibe. 100%. Someone is saying, I'm doing so well. I was so wise. I don't know what about that. I understand Marwa lost one of his eyes when he was young from an eye infection. Not sure if that's true or not. Juanita is saying Jamaica is not all they are hyping it up to be. I stayed at a beautiful resort, but when we visited the real streets of Jamaica, we were not impressed. You know, here in Kenya, whatever those people were showing us in Jamaica is nothing compared to Kenya. Even what I saw in the Philippines is nothing compared to Kenya. Many people just usually show the what is it called? They always show the slums and the suffering of Africa. They don't show where people live in day to day. People live like it's nothing compared to what I saw in those countries. Nothing compared to what I saw in India. Nothing compared to what I saw in the Philippines. Nothing compared to what I saw in Sri Lanka. Nothing. Mm. Kenya, we are still ahead. Kwani saa hii ni saa ngapi? Mtoto hajalala. I feel like my husband is back home. Americans like naturally beauty. We are not taking long trips to look at buildings and cars in Kenya. It's probably nice, but no. I've seen YouTube channels that have 1 million plus subscribers, but the video viewership has only a couple of thousands view. It's not the numbers of subscribers that matters, it is the views. Very true. Umenyeshewa? Si change. Funga mlango. Africans do like drama for sure. I am Marwa wife having a baby. Donations. Where is that? I haven't seen it. Who has put that video of Ayamarwa is pregnant? Of Roshio is pregnant. I can't find anywhere. Is it in Roshio's channel or whose channel? Who? That she's pregnant. I can't see it anywhere. I'll find it. If she's pregnant, then congratulations to her. Then my bad. Someone is asking, I am saying Amara is a joke. Jeez, he is LGBT. Real? Is it Ayamara also? Tivo, you are talking about we don't have any information. Everything that we talk about is from the video. So we are just reacting on the things that they talk about and other YouTubers. It is okay, you can move to another YouTube, another video. You don't need to watch. It takes discernment to live in the world. Keep believing everything is fake. Studying the lyrics of when you will, then you will know. It's true. Can you see the lyrics, especially that song, Daughter? She was talking about murdering someone. Uh, Encrypted messages has all along been in song. It takes a keen ear and a sharp mind to this, you know, to decipher the message conveyed. It's called cryogenic, the science of preserving the dead. Oh yeah. So that they can be brought back to life in the future. I saw it. They are even trying to transplant wombs in transgender male. They are also trying to create artificial wombs where people can do IVF, but they don't implant the embryo inside a physical woman. They just put it in like a womb, like something to like a fake something that look feels like a womb, basically. And then it grows, and then it gets born, and they give to the mother. Hey, okay. People are trying to play God. For me, the one that they were saying that they want the dead will come back to life. I don't understand how a dead brain can come back to life. How? How are they going to make the neurons start working again? It's okay, they can transplant hearts and all other organs, but what about the brain? Can they transplant brain? I don't know if there has ever been any instant where a brain has been transplanted. I have no idea. Quack is asking me to stop backbiting. I will not. Hey, my sister, it's been a while since I've caught one of your lives. I hope it is all well. Everything is well, my sister. Everything is well. Oh, let me read. Keep reading from you guys. Oh, Nikita, thank you so much. I keep telling people African men is too much work. Absolutely. You are absolutely 100% right. Too much work sees a woman tried to hook me up with a man, and I said no. I prefer white men because they have human feelings at least. Not really. I've dated also white men, It just depends. If you're lucky to find a good white man, you're lucky to find a good white man. But we don't need to generalize and say all of African men are bad, but white men have different mindset. There are some white men who have very crap mindset as well. Because I've dated in both sides. I've dated white and black men. So I know for a fact not all white men are good as well. Have all men understand the same category? Most African men are gold diggers. Here in Kenya, they are. White or black, when they see you are hardworking, always trying to attach themselves to you, very true, until they get angry and call you N word. Yeah, when a Muzungu gets angry and call you an N word, then you will know. And it's usually funny. Most of these Muzungus who usually go for these African women, most of them usually really like, I'm sorry to say, but majority of the Muzungus that go for African women, the same way African women are looking for love and can supposedly don't find proper men here, even these white men in their country they are rejects. Somebody cannot does not find them attractive at all. But when they come to Kenya or they come to Africa, they are gold. They get snatched like crazy. Okay. So I think it's just interesting to say the least. Um I don't think I'll ever marry. I'll be shocked if I do. I'm well seasoned in my peace. It depends. Fake fake. It depends on how old you are. How old are you? You know, if you don't have the desire within your heart to marry, then just don't. You're not missing out on anything. Just get good toys and take care of yourself. I am not against that at all. Instead of going around sleeping with different men, they will bring you disease, they will bring you HPV, this nini that brings this ovarian whatnot. Just find yourself a nice toy and take care of yourself. Leave them alone, leave them alone. Don't bother. But if you desire marriage, then just be open. Be open, you never know. But keep an open mind. You might find a good husband that might love you for real. For me, I don't find any harm in a single lady finding a good toy that she can take care of herself. You have to have feminine stuff that you take care of yourself when your hormones cannot leave you alone as a single woman. Then you will not you even the many women nowadays, even the ones that they are married, they now divorced and they are just alone by themselves. They found a way to hit spots that even these men cannot hit for them with these toys. They know how to take care of themselves. So why do you bother? Go, and if you don't want to marry, it's okay. There's no harm in that. Even if you don't want to have a child, there's no harm in that. Go and do you. Hmm? But do not tell me that you don't want to marry and then you where do you stay with your when you feel that your body cannot. What do you do? Or you don't feel something tickly down there when you are ovulating. Hmm? You don't feel anything. You have to take care of that. Hmm? Even young kids know how have found out that there is a place where they tickle it feels something. Even young kids, small girls, they know. So you grown up, you must know. Even you, there is a way you can take care of yourself. So don't worry. If you don't want it, you don't want it. If you think it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you have a lingering desire in your heart to find a husband and marry, then keep an open mind. You will find a good man to get married to. Mm. Men will open your eyes, honestly. So, but for me, sometimes I usually feel sorry for women because we usually feel like when we are outside marriage, we feel like we are really missing out. We are really missing out. Then when you enter marriage, you are saying to yourself, you're not missing out on anything, man. You're not missing out on anything. So there is no balance in this life. The people who are in marriages, they can't be bothered. The people who are out of marriages, they really want marriages. So there is no balance, man. Mm. Every time I meet someone, I tell them I have peace alone. What are you offering me with your togetherness? Good girl, good girl. Love is not enough for sure. Mm. One man spoke rudely to me because I refused to date him. That was when I saw his true colors. I don't bring anyone in my clean house. Stay out there. Very good girl. Very, very good girl. You guys must be still young. I believe that you guys are still in your 20s. I thought that the terms shooting blanks apply to men that can't have kids. Technically, it is, but if you are just like you are putting your fishing rod in the water, but there's nothing, you're just trying your luck. That is how I usually say I'm just shooting blanks. We have to remember that when you sleep with one person, you're sleeping with all of the other people they once hooked up with in their spirits. If their spirits is not clean, all right. Yes, housewives should get salary. I feel like the government should make sure they do. The Stingy Men Association. Ati AM Marwa is a woman. Who did I hear someone saying Roshio is a man? I don't know. Man, you guys are too much. She's a man, then how come she have boobs? How come she have tatters? That's a lie. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I've had fun talking to you guys. Thank you so much for those who have given me a super chat today. Thank you, thank you, thank you a million times. And I'll see you guys on my next live. Have a lovely night. Bye bye.